Welcome to Just Have a Drink. Today, I'll tell you why, despite its name, the skinny margarita will make you fat. I'm about to CoffeeZilla all over these false claims about the skinny margarita being a healthy alternative to the classic margarita. I'll expose these bored housewife scams of a natural, healthy alternative to be no better than the cryptocurrency and the NFT scammers. I'll even expose the truth behind this natural, healthy sweetener. And I guess at the end, I'll even make you a truly skinny margarita. By the way, I'm not a health professional. I'm just a guy that drinks and knows things, thanks to the internet. First, we have to ask ourselves, what is a skinny margarita anyways? This is what first comes to my mind. While a friend and I had created this to troll our management staff, a guest actually wanted it and drank it. I always ask guests what they mean by skinny margarita, because I've gotten a variety of answers. One answer is making a margarita with fresh ingredients, which is just a margarita. Here's an example. In a shaking tin, add 1 ounce of lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce of orange liqueur, and 2 ounces of tequila. Add ice, shake, and then strain over ice into a salted rocks glass. This is a dry version, and we'll be using this for comparison. By the way, don't order margaritas from places that use sour mix. Another answer to what a skinny margarita is just a margarita with tequila, agave nectar, and lime juice, which would be a Tommy's margarita. Here's an example. In a shaking tin, add 1 ounce of lime juice, half an ounce of agave nectar, and 2 ounces of tequila. Add ice, shake, strain into a salted rocks glass over ice. Being picky, the Tommy's margarita uses Reposado tequila, but close enough. We'll be using this recipe for another comparison. Probably the funniest answer to what a margarita is a margarita without lime juice, extra agave nectar, and extra triple sec. This would be the opposite of anything skinny. It wasn't even a margarita. I called it the diabetes margarita, but the guy who asked for it brought me some food, so I stopped making fun of him for it. The one answer that made the most sense was using a low-calorie or no-calorie artificial sweetener in orange juice instead of an orange liqueur. This was similar to an article I read years ago when I was first looking into the dumb idea of what a skinny margarita was. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the article again, but it stated that there was an actress that was diabetic, but she loved margaritas. So she requested for hers to be made with artificial sugar like Sweet and Low, Splenda, or Equal, and replace the orange liqueur for orange juice. For her, this was a great substitute. An example of this would be adding 1 ounce of lime juice into a shaking tin, some artificial sweetener, 3/4 of an ounce of orange juice, and 2 ounces of tequila. Add ice, shake, then pour into a salted rocks glass with ice. Unfortunately, it's not the best tasting margarita. Artificial sugar is not the same as regular sugar. Now for the nutritional facts, and then we'll get into the really juicy stuff. Using the internet and reading some bottles, and with the help of myfooddiary.com, we have our results. Using 100% blue agave tequila, the results will be the same at about 128 calories and 0 grams of sugar across the board. Using 1 ounce of lime juice in all the recipes, it'll be the same across the board, coming at about 7 calories and 0.5 grams of sugar. These are our controls. Now on to the sweeteners. For the fresh ingredient margarita, aka a regular margarita, 3/4 of an ounce of dry curacao adds 54 calories and 3.8 grams of sugar. There are a variety of orange liqueurs, triple secs, and curaçaos with different amounts of sugar, but this is what I use. Try to stay away from the cheaper ones with the low ABV. For the Tommy's margarita, 0.5 ounces of agave nectar added 60 calories and 16 grams of sugar. And the diabetic actress margarita with 3/4 of an ounce of orange juice and artificial sweetener added 14 calories and 2 grams of sugar. The diabetic actress is the winner at a total of 149 calories and 2.5 grams of sugar. Not really a surprise, but it didn't taste the best. The interesting thing is the regular margarita comes in at 189 calories and 4.2 grams of sugar, beating out the Tommy's margarita at 195 calories and 16.5 grams of sugar. And this is where we expose the scam. What exactly is a skinny margarita? If you search for it, you'll realize no reputable bartender really mentions it. What you will find is a ton of articles created by bored housewives who only experience with the margarita is probably from the local Applebee's. You'll see claims of less calories, less sugar, and all natural. While they all vary in some small way of how to spin things, the same thing always appears: agave nectar. As we've shown before, agave nectar isn't less sugar and less calories. This is also backed up by an article from Gina Smith from the University of Illinois, where she says agave nectar does in fact contain more calories, and more grams of sugar than table sugar. But it gets worse. Here's something that you might want to know about agave nectar. Table sugar, or sucrose, is a basic sugar composed of one molecule of glucose bonded to one molecule of fructose, an equal balance of these simple sugars. Agave nectar is different. Over 70% of the sugar found in agave nectar is fructose. Containing higher levels of fructose than most other sweeteners, agave nectar is considered a high fructose sweetener. Health experts have said excess fructose intake can lead to increased fat storage, metabolic disease, gastrointestinal disease, insulin resistance, liver disease, and other health concerns. Even though it has a low glycemic index, the American Diabetes Association says anybody with diabetes shouldn't use agave nectar as a sugar substitute. And even though agave nectar is 1.5 times sweeter than table sugar, so you can use less of it, it still doesn't equal to less sugar and less calories. I also came across a few articles stating tequila and agave nectar being healthy because of the health benefits from the agave plant. While agave does have health benefits, it doesn't translate to tequila and agave nectar. The distillation process of tequila strips the benefits out, and the agave nectar you usually find on the shelves at the supermarket has processed the health benefits out also. The misleading claims of a skinny margarita using agave nectar being a healthy alternative is false and could make us fatter. Am I saying stay away from agave nectar? No. Am I going to stop using it in my cocktails? Of course not. At the end of the day, agave nectar is sugar, and in moderation, it's fine. We all should worry about our health, eat better, exercise. Dig a little deeper. Ask a trusted health professional. Don't take health advice from a marketing guru housewife trying to make a quick buck. Which brings me to Bethany Frankel. You may know her from the Bravo TV show The Real Housewives of New York City. She can be accredited for the skinny margarita phase thanks to the product she founded and cleverly promoted, the Skinny Girl Margarita. So I couldn't find this thing locally to give it a hands-on deeper dive, but here's what I could find. If you go to their website, you'll find low-calorie agave nectar and made from premium blue agave silver tequila. Note it doesn't say 100% blue agave tequila. This will be important later. This product came out in 2010 and Bethany has since sold it to the Centauri Bean Company. But originally, when she was marketing it, she said that
it's the margarita you can trust, all natural, all good.
It was the margarita you can trust, all natural, in 100% blue agave tequila. So what is really in this product? Once you cut a lime, the juice starts oxidizing. The oils in the pills in the flesh act as a protective barrier. Taste fresh squeezed lime juice. Compare it to a day later, and then even a few days later. You'll notice a huge difference in taste. That's why bottled lime juices and lime juice mixes are pasteurized, made from some concentrate, and have some type of preservative in them. Most of the time, it'll go through a heating process. That's why all the stuff tastes like floor cleaner. Whole Foods decided to pull Skinny Girl Margarita off their shelves once sodium benzenate was found in the product. After that, a company rep for Skinny Girl Margarita said that their product contains very low levels of sodium benzenate so it can stay fresh on the shelves. Bethany addressed it herself by saying, "We would not sell anything that I don't personally drink." This will be funny later. What gets worse was that a suit was filed claiming that the product wasn't made from 100% blue agave tequila, but instead a mixto tequila, the really cheap tequila found in dive bars in the well that you should avoid at all costs. The marketing has changed. 100% blue agave was removed. I searched for a while for anything that she had to say about this product, but what I did find was this video. Bethany Frankel, Skinny Girl Margarita. Remember when I said that she wouldn't sell anything that she wouldn't drink? Besides this being a horrible display of bartending, this is supposed to be a promotion of her product, Skinny Girl Margarita. So why instead of making and drinking her own product, she instead decides to make and drink another margarita? The bottle is sitting on the table in arm's reach. Is it really that bad that she won't drink it herself?
Ooh.
We should always be cautious of anybody just trying to sell us a product and not blindly believe anybody on TV or the internet, except me in my 5-course program to make you a millionaire. Kidding. My information is free. All I ask is if you enjoy, consider a like and a subscribe and maybe even a comment because I like hearing from you guys. But here's my attempt at a skinnier margarita. Of course, we'll need tequila, lime juice, I'll use the peel of an orange, and I'll make a simple syrup, half water and half allulose. Allulose is an artificial sweetener that's about 70% as sweet as sucrose, but has 10% of the calories. Allulose is a rare sugar that naturally occurs in fruits like figs and raisins. But what made me interested in this artificial sweetener is that it behaves closer to sucrose than most other artificial sweeteners. It is a little pricey, but I still want to see how similar it was to sucrose. So in a shaking tin, I added 1 ounce of lime juice, half an ounce of the allulose simple syrup, and 2 ounces of tequila. I'll then take an orange peel, express the oils, and toss it into the shaker. Add ice to the shaker and shake, then strain into a salted rocks glass with ice. Coming in at about 135 calories and 0.5 grams of sugar, it's not bad. Nicely balanced, the tequila really comes through with a nice hint of orange. It's pretty similar to a well-made margarita, but to be honest, I'll take the well-made margarita any day. Final taste. We should all be healthier. Don't blindly believe bored housewives. Sugar is fine in moderation, and please stop ordering skinny margaritas. Try something new, have fun, and just have a drink.